Hello there, and thank you for tuning into the Home and Finance Show. I'm Diana Rice Wilkerson, lender with Fairway Independent Mortgage, and joining me is my co-host.
And my name is Janis Bradley, broker owner of JB Real Estate Consultants.
We are your seasoned, trusted advisors committed to personally navigating you through the home buying and home lending process. The show is designed to provide you with current and relevant information about different aspects of home buying, home selling, home renovating, and lending so that you're knowledgeable when making decisions for you and your family. You can also hear us on Saturdays on Radio 1, 1310 AM, 92.7 and 95.1 FM. That said, if you're in the market to buy, build, or refinance, we'd love to represent you, and you may reach us at the contact information below. Now on with the show, and hello there, Janis Bradley and Shelley Guzman.
Hello there.
Hi, cutie.
The gang's all here.
The gang is all
I love
here.
it.
And listening and viewing audience, we have a wonderful show planned for you today. And Janis is going to be talking about some new credentials that she has, as well as a fantastic initiative that she's now a part of to help our heroes. And Janis Bradley, go ahead and take it away, girlfriend.
I am so ready. And so, hello, everybody. And I really am so proud to be able to share with you. I now am what we call a Home for Heroes affiliate. If you haven't heard that, what Homes for Heroes, it is a national program, but I can't wait to kind of share with you some of the information. And let me just kind of tell you a little bit about what the Homes for Heroes, what their mission is, their story. And their mission is to provide extraordinary savings to heroes who provide extraordinary services to our nation and its communities every day. Since 2009, Homes for Heroes, Inc. has helped over 61,000 heroes and saved over $115 million on their real estate transactions sold. And this also includes $16 billion in real estate to heroes. So we are partnering with more than 45 like-minded real estate and mortgage professionals who have joined in the mission. And quite frankly, this also has title companies that are part of it. They have donated over $1.3 million to the heroes in need through the Homes for Heroes Foundation. Homes for Heroes, Inc. is the largest network of affiliates that are real estate, mortgages, and local business specialists committed to providing easy ways for heroes to save on their home. You know what I like about this is that shortly after 9/11, Homes for Heroes was established to give back to the firefighters, EMS, law enforcement, military, active reserves, and veterans, healthcare professionals, and teachers for all they do. Homes for Heroes they have a circle of giving, and this provides heroes with more than savings than any other national program. When heroes buy or sell a home using Homes for Heroes, they are also helping other heroes in need because Home for Heroes, Inc. actually donates to certain foundations. This circle of giving strengthens American communities by putting more money into the hands of our American heroes, and it benefits community programs, organizations, and businesses. So let's talk a little bit about our heroes and who they are. So we have what we call the firefighters. Let's just kind of stop there for a little bit. I just kind of want to share with you about our firefighters, and got a little bit more information here. Let's see. So the firefighters, it's actually more than fighting fires. Okay, more than fighting fires. It's rescues, natural disasters, and major accidents. Children not breathing and people in crisis, and clinging to life. We have your back when it comes to this, when you come home from facing these challenges of making everybody else's life safer. So we just kind of wanted to kind of share with you a little bit what we could, about the firefighters and the EMS. So next, let's just talk about our law enforcement. So we also help the law enforcement save on a home. Like the lion, you stand protecting, watching us, and serving our communities, helping keeping the peace and walking a thin blue line. We have your back when you come in, when you have a need, from the threats that happen around and the challenges in the communities every single day. So we just want to let you know exactly how we feel about you, because you also are home for heroes. So let's go to another home for hero, and that would be our militaries. So we also help military members save on a home. And our nation exists because of the courage, perseverance, and resolve on all of our active, reserve, and veteran Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps and Coastal Guards service men and women. So those who have stepped up to protect the values and freedoms of our country. This was what our country was founded on. So we just want to also make sure we take our hats off also to the military. We have another hero's profession that we'd like to talk about, and that would be our healthcare professionals. We also help them save on their home. So, you know, in a lot of cases, and we certainly knew this during the COVID time frame, that they had 38-hour shifts without a break. Everything from mundane paperwork to life and death situations, caregiving for the ill and comforting the wounded of loved ones. So we rely on their compassion and their skills, and also, of course, the registered nurses, LPNs, CNAs, doctors, and other healthcare professions. So we just wanted to kind of let you know, listening audience, also what this does entail, you know, so we know who our heroes are. Okay, last but not least, we also help teachers save on a home. Even with lunch trips to dollar store for supplies, drama that happens sometimes in the rooms, maybe bullying, disabilities, parents, and working with the administrators, you still have to figure out how to get more out of your students. And we all know, you know, we've also always heard about what the teachers, how much they spend from their own pocket, you know, to help, you know, with their students. So, you know, kudos to them. So we just want to also let, you know, we appreciate how they educate, and you can rely on us as teachers to help from Homes to Heroes to kind of help you. What I probably would like to do now is let's talk about some questions that you guys might have, and you're turning to me. It's
Well, first of all, I think, number one, congratulations on your becoming an affiliate of Homes for Heroes.
And I'm going to stop right there. I had my first closing last Friday with a veteran who was in the Navy. And at the end of the show, he wrote a little letter, so I'm going to actually read that letter to you.
Okay.
So, yeah, that made me feel good. And actually, he actually had on a Navy sweatshirt or a shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, and so that just tells you, you know,
Yes.
right then and there. And people are proud. These veterans are proud of what they
should
do.
be.
You know, and we are so thankful.
Yes.
We are so thankful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, and everyone that you named, not only the larger group, like the healthcare professionals, but then going into each group and kind of naming some of the jobs.
Yes.
Because sometimes people who are maybe not the loan officer, no, not the loan officer, but the police officer, sometimes, but they work in the office or they have some other very important, meaningful position, you know, sometimes they are left out of some of the programs for down payment assistance and that sort of thing, because they're not the professional per se. But I love Homes for Heroes because it's very inclusive of all of these different groups, all of which are servants, and all of which make our lives better. And we do take a lot of it for granted. So kudos, Janis.
And I actually just take a minute, because what does that mean, that as a real estate professional, what does that mean as far as any of these heroes? And actually that means is that a part of my professional fee actually goes to them. So that is what we call giving back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So at closing, that's how you participate. That's how they're saving.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so in this particular case, I participated in the in this veterans closing cost. Okay. If they're not a veteran, or it doesn't make any difference. Each situation may be completely different, but it could be that they'll just get part of whatever has been decided to that veteran after the fact. So the amount of money that has been decided that goes to the Homes for Heroes Inc., then they will write a check to the hero.
So the hero,
fantastic.
so from what I'm hearing you say, at the closing you contributed, and I know you did because
Okay.
I was the lender. And then, but also Homes for Heroes will actually send a check as well?
If that's not part of the closing cost.
Okay, got you.
So that's why I'm saying each situation is
It's different, but there's many ways to help.
Yes, it's
So,
not just the
yes.
fact that he was a veteran. In
Right.
just this case, it helped the negotiation.
Yes.
For me to pay part of the closing costs. So there's a standard fee that goes with each of the professional fee. And if you're not part of the closing costs, then the check actually goes
To the hero.
to the heroes, Homes for Heroes.
After closing.
After closing.
Right.
Yes. And actually they have it all worked out.
That's
because
good.
actually there's actually a form that will go to the title company. So let's just kind of talk about this a little bit as far as who the actual affiliates are. So it can
Can I
also
ask you a
Yes.
question real quick? So, like we discussed, who qualifies for the heroes, and now you're talking about how they actually save, right? Like
Save money,
It's-
yes.
how this
Yes,
actually
I wanted
gets-
to kind of
yes,
stop and
okay.
say that. I didn't want to.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
forget it. And the different people that would be involved could be a real estate professional, a lender, lending company, a title company. Okay. There was something else that I actually.
What about appraisers
I am not sure about that, but there was another group of professionals that actually could participate.
Okay.
So each situation would be different, but yeah, that's
Wonderful program.
It's actually so. Like I said, you guys, if you want to attack me with some questions, maybe we can kind of help the listening audience, and we certainly hope that this is really helpful for you to kind of share with. Could it be your daughter, your granddaughter, your husband, or anybody that you work with in the professions that we just talked about. So we might go over the professions again, just so everybody kind of knows that if they buy or sell a house, we can do that, maybe in the questions that you would have for me.
Okay.
So people can kind of know that we all know somebody that's a hero.
Well, first of
Absolutely.
all, if I'm a buyer or if I'm selling a house, I'm going to want to know, is my professional that's representing me a part of this? Since I'm hearing
great
about
question.
it and so what would you suggest? I mean, how would you suggest the seller or the buyer go about it?
Well, actually, in some cases, the hero might know about it.
Okay.
But actually, it wouldn't really also come up unless the services that I share with you, the realtor, the lender,
Title company.
the title companies, we would have to really share with them that.
Okay.
I just want you to let you know that I am a Home for Heroes. You are a hero affiliate. So just tell them up front.
So how do the savings work if I'm selling my home, kind of thing?
It would be a good question, and it would be the same situation. The amount of money that the seller or a buyer is getting is a certain standard percentage off of the professional fee. So that's
okay.
it's going to be off of the actual sales price of the house. If
Okay.
that helps answer your question.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Now, what if obviously, you guys are the affiliate for real estate and lending. What if they are already working with a real estate agent or a lender? What kind of happens then?
Well, that's fantastic if they are, because they are already aware of.
Right.
Yes, they are. If they're already working with a realtor, and what they need to do, obviously, it says I'm aware of the Home for Heroes, and if they're not aware, if the realtor isn't aware. He or she probably needs to become aware. But that's a really very, very, very good question, because that shows that this Home for Hero already knows.
Well, number one, the savings that's available to the heroes is significant. And everybody's trying to figure out how to reduce their costs associated with buying a house or selling a house. So this is very, very important that, especially if I'm just hearing about it and I'm already engaged, what I can do is give them the professional that information on how to become a hero.
Yes.
I mean, okay. Because
Thank
they
you.
can still become a hero and represent me.
Exactly.
And I can then still get the
Yeah,
benefit.
the paperwork
okay.
would have to start
Got
reading
it.
right away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, do I have to use all of your professionals? Like, do I have to use your appraiser or your title company, or is it just part of whatever is already established?
There's going to be a list of the Homes for Heroes affiliate. So the fact that I'm the realtor, sometimes they'll just have a list, and a lot of times the lenders know already, and a lender will know when they get a Homes for Heroes person. If they're already part of if they're an affiliate, they're going to automatically make some changes, make some adjustments. I don't have any idea what the lenders and what the title company's adjustments are, but they will automatically know because everything is in a calculated. Okay, and I wouldn't know what the lender's calculation would be, maybe what kind of a discount that they are giving.
But I think the question was, do they have to use?
Right. Do you have to use
So
every
if
single
you-
one
if-
of them?
if-
No,
you have a
you're
client-
saying if I'm working with a client and I
Right.
am
An
the
affiliate.
affiliate,
Right.
do I have to work with another affiliate?
Right, for all these
For
other
all these
services.
I do not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yep.
do not.
Right, good. That's awesome. Because that would be kind of hard trying to figure that part out as especially as the buyer or seller as well, you know. So is Homes for Heroes for profit or not for profit?
It actually is a not-for-profit. I think I'll just say I know that it's a not-for-profit.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
And so folks could actually donate to Homes for Heroes and get a tax deduction is what I'm thinking then if it's not for profit. Because some people may just want to give to the organization because of who they help. They are not in the market to buy or sell, but they just may want to contribute. And the website is what, Janis, for Homes for Heroes?
Real quick, it's just homeforheroes.com. I mean, it just comes up. It just comes up, automatically.
Great, excellent.
Yeah, and again, I can kind of elaborate more on it's a for-profit cause because it's related that it fuels the circle of giving. So because of how they do that, and thanks for that, I had to really remember that, but that does help. It is a for-profit because of how they're sharing with the communities.
And the letter, it looks like also you have the letter here from your client. You want to just share that?
Okay. Well, yes, I can share that. I thought maybe we might wait for that. And it just says, I just want to say thank you, Mrs. Bradley, for your wonderful staff for helping us find our dream home. It was definitely long and stressful in some places, but of course this is because it was their first home. But they're just sharing how everything did fall into place, and they were very blessed at the end. And also, they have made a comment. They would continue to seek my wisdom in this journey, and the very fact that that he is a veteran made a whole lot of it. It was just an awesome feeling from him. He said, just knowing that you're recognizing me as a hero.
Yes.
So that's basically where he just wanted to share that. Yeah, he was just very appreciative.
Excellent.
How do I know if if I'm ready to buy a home yet? And let's say I have credit issues.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with that? Because sometimes I know you guys always say, start planning a year ahead or 2 years ahead. But what if I know I've got like some credit issues? Then what should I do?
Well, that's not going to really be any different from any other client,
Okay.
Well, obviously, I will still give them to Diana Rice Wilson a Fairway to share with them. It would be just like any other client, to get some help. And we just had a credit expert on, that might be something that they could help with.
So I think what it is credit. If you have credit issues, that does not disqualify you.
Deter you.
Yeah. So Janis, are there qualifications to participate in this program other than being a hero? And I think that's what the credit question may be. Like, do I have to have certain credit? Do I need to be buying in a certain geographical neighborhood?
No, not at all.
Do I have to have a certain income? You know, those kinds of questions.
Just any of these type professionals that they're in, they're being a veteran, you know, being a firefighter, being a nurse. That's the only qualification.
And do they have to prove that they're in any of these professions to you? As the affiliate? Mm-hmm. Do they have to prove that they're a teacher or a healthcare worker? Is there anything that needs to be submitted?
Not unless it has come from you know, the national people, because when they come to me, or if they're a veteran, let's put it this way, the very fact that they have to get pre-approved, you know, that's how we're going to verify.
On the veteran, yes.
Yeah, on
but
the
then,
veteran.
Yeah, but
you know, the thing of it is, I said, if you're a nurse or what have you, you still have to qualify. Nothing separates or dictates that because you are a hero that you wouldn't qualify any differently. So as far as any kind of proof, that...
Right, so that's the question. Since this program is for heroes, which have been defined, is there something that the individual needs to provide the affiliate to show I am a hero?
Just their qualifications and the very fact of what their profession is.
Like on the loan application, it says, you know, who are you employed by, and if that is, you know, if you're a teacher.
They're going to obviously tell me they're a teacher, and if I'm working with the client and I do my due diligence, that I should probably
as you always do,
that I should know what their profession is. So yeah.
And what money can they typically save on these transactions?
You know, I think this is kind of nationwide. So nationwide, they're saying possibly $3,000. You know, there's at least $3,000, but that's not necessarily the case and always the case.
Okay.
Because again, you're talking about this being nationwide, and if you're dealing with the higher the price home, obviously, the more of the commitment that you're going to make.
So we're talking average.
Yeah. So that would be on an average.
Okay.
Awesome. And you know, actually, I did have a little bit of information here, and it does talk about that on the lender fee that they can actually save about $500.
Okay.
Okay, so that might be part of their closing costs, and title services maybe about $150, and maybe that's what it was. It was a home inspection that I had forgotten about. So and I think there is a home inspector. I saw that where they said Homes for Heroes, so they could save $50. I'm glad that came up. $50 on a home inspection. Money is money. Any fact that you can save, that's going to be.
I think we did, because we are a Homes for Heroes affiliate. Fairway is. Fairway's all about the heroes.
Thank you.
The veterans especially. And so we are able to reduce our fees, and we participate a lot. So I just think it's a fantastic program, but I do like the fact that it includes a broader group of heroes, because again, our lives would be totally different if these folks were not around. I was listening to you say 38-hour shifts for the nurses and the healthcare.
And you know how true that was.
And it was very true, very, very, very true. So I think what we want to do though maybe is provide some information in the future on how you can maybe donate to Homes for Heroes and a little bit more, because I understand it's got a for-profit purpose. I'm just curious about the designation of the actual agency or group to see if it's eligible for donations and whether they're tax write-offs.
Yeah, it just go to the website.
Okay.
And it's going to have all the different kind of information that you would like to click on. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because sometimes you're not necessarily wanting to buy they're going to see your show and say, hey, I want to help contribute for my local heroes that have helped me.
He could be, I come from a family of heroes, that may be no longer with them or something of that nature.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, because people do that,
And as Diana was talking about, like how wide that spectrum is, that it's no longer just firefighters or EMSs, but nurses and doctors, but also the phlebotomists, every single person in the hospital or doctor's office is taking care of you.
Exactly.
And school teachers, I love that because if 2020 taught us nothing else other than a few million things. It was that everybody wanted their children in school,
That's
right?
exactly
they have a
right.
new appreciation for teachers, and
Yes,
it's so wonderful
indeed.
that they get to be kind of highlighted here and included as our heroes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the program, I mean, I'm just thinking about as a loan officer with Fairway, this program can be combined with all other programs. I don't think that there's any limitation. Sometimes when we're dealing with programs, especially programs that contribute to the bottom line or
Okay.
to the borrower's cost, they can't necessarily be
Combine
combined.
them.
But I think this is one that could be combined with all
And
other
probably
programs.
too, because it is for profit. I was trying to say for profit, and the very fact that the different services is the fact that you're an affiliate. I mean, that is what you do. So
Yes.
wouldn't that just be great if they were if the hero was able to deal with a professionals, real estate professional, the lender, the title company, and the inspector, and and what this will also do for me, because this is relatively new, is that 9 times out of 10 I do help the buyer find a inspector. So what I could do is search and see,
Okay.
who also
That's a great
is an affiliate, a home inspector, because like I said, every penny counts. And if there's $50, and if it's my seller, obviously I can find out what title. Usually the real estate professional who's listing the house, they can usually choose their title company. Well, I can also do that, and I that's what I intend to do. Like I said, this was relatively new, but I wanted to get the word out as soon as possible, especially after I had closed on a hero. But just think of the savings, and like I'm glad you brought that up, Diana. If the whole circle, and that's is part of what we say again, the circle of giving.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So it's not a mandate that you would have to use these other professions, but it would certainly sounds like to your benefit financially.
Exactly.
If you're,
Exactly.
and Janis, that's great. You're going to try and identify others locally who you can recommend to your clients.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That'll be the circle.
You are.
So, listening audience, I do appreciate you. Hopefully this is very, very helpful for you. And again, it's called Homes for Heroes. And what I love about this situation, that how it went into effect after 9/11. That can't do anything but warm all of our hearts for knowing what we want to do for our heroes. So if you know a hero, give us a call. Give me a call, 317-590-7348. Thank you for listening to the show.